Our world, and indeed the universe beyond, is a symphony of sounds. From the gentle rustle of leaves in a quiet forest to the cataclysmic roar of a distant supernova, sound defines our experience of existence. But what happens when we hear something that doesn't fit? A signal from the void, a whisper from the deep, a sound with no discernible source, no logical explanation. These are the auditory enigmas that challenge our understanding of the world around us. They are anomalies that persist in our records, haunting the fringes of scientific comprehension. For decades we have pointed our microphones and hydrophones towards the heavens and the abyssal plains, listening. We have captured countless terabytes of data, most of it the familiar hum of our planet or the faint crackle of cosmic background radiation. Yet, hidden within this noise are signals so strange, so powerful, so utterly perplexing, that they defy all attempts at classification. They are the ghost notes in the grand composition of the cosmos, melodies from an unknown orchestra. From the bottom of the ocean to deep space, some sounds have never been explained. These are 10 of the most mysterious recordings ever captured by humankind. We invite you now to listen closely, to open your minds to the possibilities, and to journey with us into a world of acoustic mystery. What you are about to hear may change the way you think about the sounds of silence, and what might be lurking within it. In the quiet, unassuming town of Forest Grove, Oregon, a sound shattered the nocturnal peace. It was a mechanical, high-pitched shriek, described by residents as something akin to scraping metal or a dissonant flute. It would start and stop without warning, plaguing the community for weeks in 2016. This wasn't a natural sound. It bore the hallmarks of something artificial, yet its source remained infuriatingly elusive. Local authorities were inundated with calls. The fire department, the police, even the public works department all launched investigations. They checked gas lines for pressure releases, inspected industrial equipment, and scanned for faulty alarm systems. Every logical avenue was explored, every mundane possibility meticulously ruled out. Yet the sound persisted, an invisible tormentor playing its discordant tune over the sleeping town. The mystery deepened as theories began to circulate. Some pointed to clandestine industrial activity, others to complex atmospheric phenomena. The sound seemed to have no single point of origin. Residents reported hearing it from different directions, sometimes simultaneously. It was as if the very air over Forest Grove was vibrating with this unsettling frequency, a localized acoustic anomaly. What makes the Forest Grove sound so profoundly mysterious is its sheer inexplicability within a populated area. Unlike a noise in the remote wilderness, this occurred in a place filled with potential sources, all of which were investigated and cleared. The sound was recorded, analyzed, and debated, yet no one could definitively say what it was. It was a piercing, mechanical scream with no apparent mouth. Eventually, as mysteriously as it began, the sound simply stopped. It left behind a town full of unanswered questions and a series of chilling recordings. The Forest Grove sound serves as a stark reminder that even in our own backyards and the places we call home, there are phenomena that can emerge from nowhere, defy all explanation, and disappear back into the silence, leaving only a lingering sense of unease. On the 1st of March 1999, the sophisticated ears of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, detected something unusual. Their Equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array, a network of underwater listening posts designed to monitor undersea volcanoes and earthquakes, recorded a sound of immense power and peculiar character. It was given the simple, almost gentle name, Julia. But there was nothing gentle about Julia. The sound lasted for approximately 15 seconds. It was a strange, mournful cry, powerful enough to be heard across the entire listening array, which spans thousands of kilometers of the Pacific Ocean. The sheer volume and reach of the signal were staggering, immediately ruling out most known sources of oceanic noise, including biological ones like whales. Scientists at NOAA were perplexed. The sound profile did not match any known geological event, such as an undersea eruption or a submarine landslide. It was also unlike any man-made noise from submarines or deep-sea exploration. The character of the sound was hauntingly organic, yet its amplitude suggested a source of immense size, far larger than any known living creature on Earth. The leading hypothesis, and the one that is most unsettling, is that Julia was the sound of a massive Antarctic iceberg running aground off the coast of the frozen continent. The friction and fracturing of colossal ice sheets could, in theory, generate such a powerful low-frequency sound that travels vast distances through the water. This explanation seems plausible, a force of nature on a titanic scale. However, a sliver of mystery remains. The sound's distinct wailing characteristic has led some to question if ice alone could produce such a specific acoustic signature. While the iceberg theory is the most accepted, Julia remains on the list of unexplained phenomena, a ghostly voice from the frigid depths of the Southern Ocean, a sound so loud it was heard across an entire ocean basin. In the silent expanse of space, our search for extraterrestrial intelligence is a search for a single, anomalous pattern in a sea of cosmic static. On August 15, 1977, we may have found it. Astronomer Jerry Amon was reviewing data from the Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio State University when he saw something that made him write, "Wow," in the margin of the computer printout. The signal was a powerful, narrowband radio transmission, lasting for a full 72 seconds. It came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near a star group called Chi Sagittarii. What made it so astonishing was that it perfectly matched the anticipated signature of a non-terrestrial, non-solar system intelligence signal. It was a clear, strong beacon in a frequency band where interstellar transmissions are expected to occur. The Big Ear telescope scanned the sky in strips. Due to the Earth's rotation, any signal from a fixed point in space would be observed for exactly 72 seconds as the telescope's view swept past it. The "wow" signal fit this duration perfectly, first growing in intensity, peaking, and then fading, just as an extraterrestrial broadcast would. It was a textbook example of what we were looking for. The mystery, however, is profound and absolute. Despite immediately training the Big Ear and later more powerful telescopes back on that same patch of sky, the signal has never been detected again. It was a one-time event, a cosmic whisper that was heard once and then fell silent. All conventional explanations, from satellite interference to reflected terrestrial signals, have been investigated and largely dismissed. The "wow" signal remains the single strongest candidate for an alien radio transmission ever received. Was it a directed message that we happened to intercept at the perfect moment? A beacon from a distant civilization sweeping across the galaxy? Or a unique, unexplained natural phenomenon that we may never understand? 40 years later, the "wow" written on that printout still echoes the astonishment and the enduring mystery of that fleeting 72-second message from the stars. If you are enjoying this video, give it a like, subscribe for more top 10s, and let me know in the comments which one you would like next. Deep within the static of the shortwave radio bands, a station broadcasts a monotonous, repeating buzz. It's been on the air almost constantly since the late 1970s. Known to radio enthusiasts as the Buzzer, or by its former call sign UVB-76, this station transmits 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from a location somewhere in Russia. Its purpose is actually one of the longest-running enigmas in the world of radio. For most of its existence, the station simply emits its signature channel marker, a short, dull buzz repeated roughly 25 times per minute. This relentless droning sound is occasionally interrupted. When it is, a live voice speaking in Russian will read a short, cryptic message, often a series of names and numbers before the buzzing resumes its endless rhythm. These messages are rare, adding to the station's mystique. Theories about its purpose are as numerous as they are varied. The most prevalent is that UVB-76 is a dead-hand system, a fail-safe communication network for the Russian military. The idea is that the constant buzzing signals that the network is active and operational. If the buzzing were to stop, it could trigger an automatic retaliatory nuclear strike, assuming the command structure had been decapitated. However, other explanations have been proposed. It could be a way of communicating with a network of spies abroad, using the coded messages to transmit orders. Or maybe it's for military readiness, a way to ensure receivers are tuned to the correct frequency for an important broadcast. The station has changed location at least once, moving from its original site near Moscow, suggesting it is still an active and important installation. Despite decades of monitoring by amateur radio operators and intelligence agencies, no government has ever officially acknowledged the station's existence or purpose. UVB-76, now broadcasting under the call sign MDZHB, continues its tireless robotic drone. It's a relic of the Cold War that refuses to fade away, a constant buzzing reminder of secrets being kept just beyond our reach, hidden in plain sight on the open airwaves. Imagine a sound that only you can hear. A persistent, low-frequency hum that invades your home, disrupts your sleep, and which no one else seems to notice. This is, well, the reality for a small but significant percentage of the population in specific locations around the world. This phenomenon, known simply as the hum, has been reported in places like Taos, New Mexico, Bristol, England, and Windsor, Ontario. Those who hear it, often called hearers or hummers, describe it as a sound similar to a diesel engine idling in the distance. It's most noticeable indoors and during quiet hours, leading to sleeplessness, anxiety, and a profound sense of frustration. The source of the hum is a complete mystery, made all the more maddening by the fact that it can't be detected by most microphones or by the majority of people. Scientific investigations have been launched in several of the affected areas. Researchers have explored countless potential sources: industrial equipment, high-pressure gas lines, communication towers, and even low-frequency electromagnetic radiation. In almost every case, these studies have failed to identify a single external source that could account for the experiences of the hearers. This has led to more unconventional theories. Some suggest it could be a geological phenomenon, the sound of the Earth itself. Others propose it's a biological process, such as tinnitus, though the geographical clustering of cases makes this less likely. The fact that it seems to affect a specific demographic, often middle-aged individuals, adds another layer of complexity to this baffling acoustic puzzle. The hum is a deeply personal and isolating mystery. It exists at the very edge of human perception, a phantom noise that torments a select few. It challenges our understanding of sound, perception, and the environment. For those who hear it, the hum is not a curiosity. It's a constant, invasive presence, a sound from an unknown world that has leaked into their own. In the vast, dark expanse of the Pacific Ocean, our hydrophones listen to a world of sound. In August of 1991, they began to detect a new and persistent noise. It was a long train of narrow-band, upsweeping sounds, each lasting several seconds. This signal, named the Upsweep, was unlike anything heard before. The sound was seasonal, seeming to peak in the spring and autumn. This cyclical nature suggested a link to the natural world, perhaps a biological or oceanographic process tied to the changing seasons. The sound was remarkably clear, and had a distinct melodic quality as it swept upwards in frequency. It was loud enough to be recorded on hydrophones all across the Pacific Basin. For years, the source of the upsweep was a complete mystery. Its characteristics did not neatly align with known man-made sources or the vocalizations of marine life. Its seasonal pattern was a crucial clue, pointing scientists towards the dynamic and volatile regions of the southern Pacific, an area of significant volcanic and tectonic activity. The prevailing scientific theory now is that the upsweep is related to undersea volcanic activity. The source has been roughly triangulated to a location in the South Pacific, an area where there is likely a hotspot or active seamount. The sound is believed to be generated by the complex interplay of hot lava and cold seawater, creating resonant acoustic signals that can travel for thousands of miles. Although the sound has been steadily decreasing in volume since it was first detected, it can still be heard by NOAA's listening network. While the volcanic theory is the most widely accepted, it remains a theory. The upsweep is a powerful reminder of the immense and noisy geological forces constantly at work beneath the waves, shaping our planet in ways we're only just beginning to understand. It's the song of the Earth's crust being born. Of all the mysterious sounds from the deep, one has captured the public imagination more than any other. In 1997, NOAA's hydrophones detected an ultra-low frequency, high-amplitude underwater sound. It rose rapidly in frequency for about 1 minute and was of sufficient volume to be heard by sensors over 5,000 kilometers apart. It was given a name that, honestly, kind of belies its terrifying power: the Bloop. The acoustic signature of the Bloop was, well, pretty baffling. It bore the hallmarks of a biological sound similar to the vocalizations of marine animals. However, its sheer volume was the problem. To generate a sound that loud, the creature responsible would have to be, according to scientists, many times larger than the largest known animal on Earth, the blue whale. The existence of such a colossal, undiscovered creature seemed impossible. This tantalizing possibility, a monster from the abyss, fueled widespread speculation. Could a creature of such immense size exist in the unexplored depths, a relic from a prehistoric age? For years, the Bloop was the ultimate oceanic mystery, the seeming acoustic evidence of a real-life leviathan, a true kraken of the deep. The sound profile was so organic, yet the physics were so improbable. The mystery persisted for over a decade, a cornerstone of cryptozoology and internet lore. However, further research and analysis by NOAA provided a more terrestrial, though no less dramatic explanation. The sound's origin was triangulated to a remote region of the South Pacific, not far from the suspected source of Julia. This area is known for its active cryoseisms, or icequakes. The current scientific consensus is that the bloop was the sound of a massive iceberg fracturing and cracking away from an Antarctic glacier. The sound profile, once thought to be exclusively biological, was found to be consistent with the friction and stress of immense ice masses breaking apart. While it may not be a monster, the sound of a mountain of ice calving into the sea is a force of nature on a scale that is, in its own way, just as awe-inspiring and, honestly, just as terrifying. Across the globe, from the banks of the Ganges River in India to the coast of the North Sea in Belgium, people have reported hearing loud, inexplicable booms. They sound like distant cannon fire or a sonic boom, but they occur in clear skies with no aircraft present. These phenomena, known by many names, Skyquakes, Seneca guns, or Barisal guns, have been documented for centuries, yet their origin remains one of meteorology's great unsolved puzzles. The reports are remarkably consistent across different cultures and time periods. A sudden powerful detonation rolls across the landscape, rattling windows and startling residents, but its source is never found. There is no smoke, no sign of an explosion, no seismic activity to account for the noise. It is a sound without a cause, an explosion without a bomb. A host of theories have been put forward to explain these mysterious skyquakes. Some scientists suggest they could be caused by large meteors exploding high in the atmosphere, too high to be seen. Others propose they are the result of gas escaping from vents in the Earth's crust, or perhaps a unique form of thunder from distant, unseen storms, its sound waves focused and amplified by atmospheric conditions. Another compelling theory involves coronal mass ejections from the sun. It's thought that powerful solar flares could be interacting with the Earth's magnetosphere, creating shock waves that manifest as audible booms. The sheer variety of potential explanations highlights just how little we truly understand about this phenomenon. It seems to be a natural process, but one whose mechanism eludes us. Skyquakes are a global mystery, a shared auditory experience that connects disparate parts of the world. They are a powerful and unsettling reminder that the sky above us is not a placid, empty dome. It is a dynamic and volatile environment, capable of producing sounds that can shake the very ground beneath our feet, for reasons we have yet to decipher. On May 19, 1997, the same year as the infamous Bloop, NOAA's autonomous hydrophone array in the equatorial Pacific recorded another deeply strange sound. It was given the name slowdown because of its unique characteristic, a sound that slowly, methodically, decreases in frequency over its long duration of about 7 minutes. It was a cosmic sigh from the deep. Like the Bloop, the sound was incredibly powerful, detected by sensors spread across thousands of kilometers. Its origin was traced to the treacherous waters of the Drake Passage, between the southern tip of South America and the Antarctic Peninsula. This region is a hotbed of seismic activity, and is also where massive icebergs navigate their final journey. The nature of the sound was perplexing. Its steady descending pitch was not typical of most known natural phenomena. It did not sound like an earthquake, a volcano, or any known biological creature. The sound repeated periodically for several weeks, a recurring acoustic event that seemed to be part of a larger, ongoing process in one of the world's most remote and inhospitable environments. The leading theory, much like for the Bloop and Julia, points towards the movement of ice. Scientists believe the slowdown sound was likely produced by a large iceberg running aground on the seafloor. The immense friction between the ice and the seabed could create a stick-slip motion, generating a powerful vibration that slowly decreases in frequency as the iceberg's kinetic energy dissipates. While this explanation is plausible, the unique acoustic signature of slowdown keeps it on the list of mysteries. The sound has not been detected since 1997, a temporary groan from the planet's frozen south. It serves as another piece of evidence for the immense, almost unimaginable acoustic power generated by the cryosphere, the world of ice, a world that is constantly moving, breaking, and singing its own strange, slow songs into the deep. Perhaps the most profound acoustic mystery of our time comes not from our planet, but from the unimaginable depths of intergalactic space. These are fast radio bursts, or FRBs. They are intense, millisecond-long flashes of radio waves that appear without warning from random points in the sky. In that tiny fraction of a second, a single FRB can release as much energy as our sun does in an entire day. The first FRB was discovered in 2007, hidden in archival data from the Parkes Observatory in Australia. Since then, we have detected hundreds more. The signals travel for billions of light-years to reach us, and in their journey, they are subtly changed by the sparse matter that exists in the void between galaxies. This allows astronomers to use them as probes to weigh the universe itself. But what creates them is one of the biggest questions in modern astrophysics. The sheer power and short duration of FRBs suggests they must originate from some of the most extreme and exotic objects in the cosmos. Leading candidates include magnetars, neutron stars with unbelievably powerful magnetic fields, or the collision of two neutron stars, or perhaps even the final burp of an evaporating black hole. What makes the mystery even deeper is that some FRBs repeat. One source, FRB 121102, located in a dwarf galaxy 3 billion light-years away, has been observed to flash repeatedly, ruling out any one-off cataclysmic event like a star collision for that particular source. This suggests there may be multiple ways to create these enigmatic signals. Some may be cataclysms, others the product of a stable, repeating engine. Are we listening to the birth cries of black holes, the magnetic storms on city-sized stellar remnants, or something else entirely? Something we haven't even conceived of yet? Fast radio bursts are a message from the universe's most violent events, a staccato beat in the cosmic silence. They are a frontier of astronomy, a new window onto the physics of the extreme, and a sound that promises to rewrite our understanding of the cosmos. From the groans of our planet's icy crust to the ephemeral whispers between the stars, these sounds represent the very edge of our knowledge. They are the anomalies, the data points that don't fit our models, the questions for which we have no definitive answers. Each one is a puzzle, a sonic ghost that haunts our recordings and fuels our innate human drive to explore, to understand and to explain the unknown. They remind us that for all our technology and all our discoveries, we still inhabit a world and a universe full of profound mystery. Some of these sounds may one day be explained with certainty, becoming simple footnotes in the annals of science. Others may remain enigmatic forever, their true origins lost to the depths of the sea or the vastness of time and space. But the search for their sources will continue to push the boundaries of our science and our imagination. These sounds continue to baffle scientists and thrill conspiracy theorists. Which one do you think has the most chilling origin? Whether they are the voices of unknown creatures, the echoes of cosmic cataclysms, or the secret communications of humankind, these recordings challenge us to listen more closely to the world around us. They prove that even in silence there is a story waiting to be heard, a signal waiting to be found. The universe is speaking, and we have only just begun to learn its language. 10-minute story. Every day, a new pill of curiosity.